So welcome back again. I will just share the PPT. I will move to the PPT. So we have just seen how to run the simple programs, how to print, how to read, okay, how to write in a different way. Now move further. Here we'll understand what is the variable in the Python. So in the Python, the variable is called as identifier. Like which identifier we used earlier? We use identifier name. We use the A, B, C calculation of area for the triangle. Okay. So that is called as what? Identifier. So there are rules about the identifiers. Okay. So identifier is a name of class or function or module or variable. So like it's not only variable, but it can be class, module, variable. So identifier what characters are allowed. Please understand here. So alphabet like A, B, C, D, H like this, uppercase, lowercase, digits 0 to 9, underscore, you can use the underscore. Okay. And one important thing is that the name of identifier should not start with the number. Okay. Number can be there, but not at the first position. Okay. And please understand in the Python, capital A and small a are different. Okay. So if you use capital A, small a, these are different variables. Okay. So identifiers are case sensitive. Like if I write total like this and total in capital, these are different variables. This TOTL, except suppose I will write small total and capital total. These are different variables. Okay, they are not same. Okay, in the Python, the names of the variable are case sensitive. Like here, small total and capital total are different variables. Okay. So while selecting the names of the identifier, as I mentioned, identifier means variable. It is a function or it can be class, module. So following words we cannot use for variables or identifiers like true, false, none, and or logical and or not, is, if, else if. Else if here it is written as elif. Okay, else if is written here as elif. Then else we cannot use. While we cannot use for, break, continue, return, in, yield, try. Try we cannot use as a variable. Except we cannot use. Finally we cannot use. Raise we cannot use. Asset we cannot use. Import we cannot use. Okay. From, as, class, def, pass, global, non-local, lambda, del. This variable you cannot use as a identifier. These names you cannot use as a identifier. Please understand. Now, one of the important thing that we must learn about Pythons are data types. There are very different types of data. Okay. 14 types are there. Few will understand here. Already we understood the float type. This is non-complete number like 1.2. Then integer we write as int. complex, Boolean, string, bytes array, range, list, tuple, set, frozen set, date, none. Okay, so we will see few of the data types. Okay, as an engineer, when programming, we need to understand these data types. Okay, so mostly in the other languages, we have seen integer, float, boolean. Okay, but beside that, there are other data types are there. Like we are also learn in other language string. So here it is a str. Okay, so we'll learn data types here. It is more theoretical than we can see the other types. Now we'll see the inbuilt functions. First inbuilt function is a type. By use of this inbuilt function type, you can say what is the type of variable. Okay, you just put like, suppose if I take suppose there is a variable which is equals to, okay, there is a variable which is equals to 1.2. So when I put type, okay, when I put type and I put the name of variable, what it will give? It will give the type. What is the type of variable here? You can see here. It is a float. It is a float. If you write only one, what is type of variable? It is a integer. That we'll see during the practice. Then if it is ID means what? Get the address of the object. Okay, you can get the address of the object. Then print, we have already seen how to print. Okay. Now we'll see the slicing of string. Suppose there is a word. Suppose there is a word called as Anthony. There is a word called as Anthony. So how many alphabets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many alphabets are there in the Anthony? There are 6 alphabets. Okay. So in the slicing object, in slicing of string, we can take out each and every alphabet. Okay, you can take out each and every alphabet of that string, particular string. Okay, and you can print. You can print. Okay, for that, this square bracket operator is used. For slicing, this square bracket operator is used. So shall we practice this slicing? So how it is done, we can see in the next slide. Okay. So numbering, we start from 0. Okay. Which alphabet we want to print, which serial number? Like in Anthony, the 0 number is what? A. In Anthony, first letter is the 0 number. Okay. Sequence number 0. First letter is means first letter, that is a serial number is 0. Yes. Hello. So first alphabet will be 0 sequence. The second, which is the N, will be 1. Okay. So it is starting from 0 to whatever may be the N minus 1 or alphabet. So reverse is also possible from right to left. So it will start with from right -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So we have to give this sequence while printing. Okay, so I'll just show you the example. I have given here one example of x equals to right. So if we print x of 0, x is equals to, right? So x of 0. I told that this square bracket is what? Slicing operator. When I say 0 means first letter. When I say 1 means what? Second letter. When I say G means third letter. When I say H means it is a fourth letter indicated by index 3, like this. Okay, so shall we see this program now? Okay, I will just make this simple program. Okay, you have to read the program. I will just type one program. So you can also try at your end. So you just read the name. Okay. Then print. I'll share my screen now. Just I will stop sharing PPT. I'll share now my screen, program screen. I will share my program screen. So what I'm doing, I am reading the variable X. I'm reading the variable X from the user. Enter your name. Then I'm printing the first letter, that will be 0. Second letter, that will be 1. Third letter, 2. Fourth letter, 3. And fifth letter, like this. Okay. So I will just send you this program. So what is this operation? It is slicing operation. Okay. So I will just send you. Try this. Now try to run this. Please understand, not every time it happens that when we make the program, it will run. Okay. So I'll just run this, enter the name, Anthony. So it will do the slicing. Square bracket is slice operator. Okay, you can see now. So I will add a few more lines. So it will give error, okay, after the Y. Anthony. This is correct. So I just send you the program which follows the slicing. Which follows the slicing. You try this program at your end. So if your name is having less, you can say alphabet, then it will give error at the end. Okay. If your name is bigger, then it will not give the error. I'll just run this and I'll put Gonzalez. It will slice it. So slicing is done with the square bracket operator. Slicing is done with the square bracket operator. This is called as slicing. This is called as square brackets slicing.
Sir, it is actually only the enter your name comes, slicing is not happening.
So you just send me your program. You have to read it as a X. Okay, please understand whatever variable you are using here. Okay, in printing we are using the variable X. So as an input also we have to put here X. Okay, you send me your program. Okay, if not coming.
Yes.
You send me your program, I will check.
Yes. So listen groups.
Yeah, it in group put, yes. You copy paste. You copy paste.
It's a copy paste. Okay.
So you don't do like this. You are not reading. No? You are reading this. I will just
copy paste, right?
Yeah, I will check. Copy paste and send.
Okay.
Please paste your program. Please try this. This is called as slicing. Okay. So each and every alphabet from your word we slice. So if you are able to run this, what is called as slicing, then we will see the next is a typecasting. What is meaning of typecasting? Converting integer into the float or float to integer. It is called as what? Typecasting. It is called as what? typecasting. Okay. It is called as typecasting. Shanmugam, I have not received your program yet. Okay, I will move further. I will show you now typecasting. Typecasting was converting to the other value. Suppose x is 1.1. 1.1 means what? It is a float. Okay. If the number is not incomplete, that is called as what? Float. And the number is complete like 1, 2, 3. It is called as what? Integer. Okay. Suppose I want to convert to the integer, then what I will say? I will say integer int. Okay. What is the symbol? X. Okay. When I say int means what? It is doing converting the x into the y, which will be what? Integer. Now what we'll do? We'll print both. Print x and then you print y. We'll see now what is x, what is y. So y is what? We have converted. Y is what? We have converted x into the integer. Y is what? We have converted so y is what? We have converted x into the integer. Now we'll print this. Okay. Run the program. So what printed? It printed first x. X is what? Float 1.1. But now what we did? Why we did converted? We converted x into x, which was a float, to the integer. So outside we have written integer, means whatever is inside that will be converted into the integer. So integer of 1.1 is what? 1. So this is called as typecasting. This is called as what? Typecasting. This is called as typecasting. Typecasting is what? Converting one type of variable like float to integer, integer to float. Okay. That is called as what? Typecasting. That is called as typecasting. Okay. Converting integer to float or float to integer. Now, if you convert this y into again z as a float, what will happen? It will come 1.0. Okay. I will just try this again. Okay. You convert z is equals to float of what? Y. And then you print the z. Are you getting what I am doing? Typecasting is converting one type into the another type, from float to integer or integer to float. I will run this. Please understand, when I converted this float x into the integer y, it converted nearest integer, that is 1. Okay. But when I say you convert y, which is integer, to the float, so it knows that it is only 1. So next float will be what? 1.0. Next float is what? 1.0. So you can see this. Okay, you can try this typecasting. I will send you the program. this WhatsApp has taken something different for print bracket y. Okay, so that's why I send you. So this is called as typecasting, converting one form of the variable into another. So I will again move to the PPT. I will again move to the PPT. There is PPT. So you have just seen the what is called as typecasting. Now I will see the another type of data type called as byte data type. Okay. Please understand, even it may seem a little bit boring to see different types of data, but it is required. Okay, maybe some particular programming may need a particular data type. Okay, so next data type is a bytes data type. Bytes data type is values from 0 to 256. Okay, we cannot change this number. Okay, like I have shown here, S is equals to in the square bracket 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so I'm saying B is equals to bytes of S. Okay, so if I print type B, I've already seen if you take type and you put the name of the variable, it will take tell the type of variable. Like here, we put here B and send print, it will say that it is a type. Type is what? Bytes. Then you can print the different location of this data set. Like we say, print B0, first position is what? 4. You print 4. If you say -1 means what? Last one, that's the 16. Okay. And if you put in the loop from I to B, okay, from first to last, then it will print all the numbers 4, 8, 12, 16, like this. 16 not coming here. Okay, this is called as what? Bytes data type. Now we'll move to the next data type. Byte array. I already told that byte data type you cannot modify. But byte array, yes, you can modify the data. Like here, the array is given X is 4, 8, 12, 16. And we are taking as a byte array of X. Then if I print from I to B, means whole data, so it will print 4, 8, 12, 16. Then what I'm doing, particular second number, that is B1, I am modifying. What I'm putting equals to 2. So now data is modified. Okay, please understand. Now if I print again from I to B, what will happen? Second data is what? Earlier it was 8, now it is coming to be 2. This is called as byte array. Then comes list. List means what? We can put a group of the numbers, then string, logical. So you put just write list equals to, then square bracket, each number or string separated by the comma. And then if you put the loop, so for loop I to I in, so how what is the syntax for this for loop? So we have to write I, then we have to write space I in, then the name of the list. So total list it will print. Okay. For I in list, then what we have to do? We have to print I. Okay. I means what? The location. Okay. So location it will print. So it is printing to 4.5, Ronak to 7, like this. Now to list we want to add. Add is called as what? Append. Add is called as what? Append. Add is called as what? Append. I'll just type here. Add is called as what? Append. Add is called as what? Append. Okay. So we have to say list dot append, and in the round bracket, what I want to add? I want to add Amitabh. So it will add Amitabh. So, okay, please understand, it will add at the end. Then in the list append B. So it will append the B. Now if you print, if you print again, you can see that Amitabh and B will come in the list. Okay. So here B is what? Whatever number which is entered by you. Okay, B is what? Whatever number entered by you. So in this way, list data type is there, which can contain number, which can contain the string, it can contain the logic, or it can be anything. Okay, so list data type is very, very important. Okay, like append, we can also remove. Only thing that you should know the list in prior, and then we can also